Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to the fourth and final round of feature matches from my locals that took place on March 18th. So here we have Kashtira on the left versus, I believe, Live Twin Runick Spright on the right. So we're going to see Kashtira go first here. They're going to lead with a copy of Planet. Planet is going to go ahead and search out the Rise Heart. And we'll see if they decide to respect Nibiru or not. I can imagine that they probably will. We'll see them special summon out Fenrir. And Fenrir effect will activate to go ahead and search out the Tearlaman's Kashtira, a card I know not every Kashtira player is running. Then we're going to see Theosis get activated. That will swiftly get hit with Ash Blossom. And then we're going to see him commit that Rise Heart to the board, banishing Birth from the deck. Make the opponent banish the top three. Then they're going to summon out the Tearlaman's Kashtira. That is going to banish the Theosis. And then they're going to mill three of their own. And then use the Theosis to add back Birth. And they did mill a Rise Heart. So that is a potential revive target right there for them. They're going to go ahead and activate Birth. And they have yet to normal summon either, so they can go ahead and commit a normal summon of a level 7 body here without tributing. Because of the Kashtira Birth, they'll do just that. They're going to go ahead and get Ogre on the field. Ogre is going to go ahead and add preparations. And we're going to go ahead and see them overlay into a copy of a beautiful Starlight, a Rise Heart. So, not really respecting Nibiru there. That board definitely was Nibiruable, but not going for the zone lock. And also a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, guys. But this Arise Heart, being what it is going to be pretty tough for our Runick player to deal with, at least anyways, for their particular engine. Because it is going to be a Macrocosmos, and your Runick spells aren't any good if they're banished. Especially, you know, speaking of Fountain. And we're going to see him activate. I think that was Destruction to target the set. It's going to force out the preparations to bring out the Unicorn. And Arise Heart will do Arise Heart things, attaching banished cards. Then we're going to see our Spright player follow up with a copy of Starter, bringing out Blue. And it looks like we're going to see the Arise Heart activate here. Deciding on which three cards he's going to detach to go ahead and banish. Well, not banish, set face down, or banish face down. Yeah, I thought for some reason I thought it was a Book of Moon, but no, it's a banish face down. So they'll clear that off the field, basically force their opponent to have, you know, extenders, and extenders they do have. They're going to normal summon the Kiss a Kill, or the Lila rather, special summon out Jet, and then summon out, I believe that is Frost. Kiss a Kill Frost. Alright, Lila Treat, Kiss a Kill Frost. I believe it's been a while since I've seen Live Twin cards on the feature, so I think I still remember them. At least some of the names. And then we're going to see him overlay for Onibimaru Soul Sweeper. You got to get rid of the Arise Heart somehow. Got to get rid of it fast. So you will go ahead and try to do just that. That will go ahead and banish the Arise Heart. And then new chain, we're going to see Fenrir activate to go ahead and banish the Onibimaru. And realizing that there's really not much he can do there, we are going to see our Spright Runick Live Twin player admit defeat, and we are into a game 2. Also, a reminder, if you guys have not donated to our current ongoing fundraiser, please consider doing so. A couple of donation incentives along the way, and is going towards a great cause, nonprofit organization, Clean Air Task Force, helping to fight climate change, and that would mean the world if we hit that goal. So consider donating, and if you cannot donate, again, please, like I've said in the past, consider sharing the video around. So now getting back into the game here, we're going to see Carrot be brought out with Starter, Special Summon Blue, Special Summon Jet, activate Golden Droplet. We're going to see Dimension Shifter chained in response, as he decides to bring out an extra deck monster with the Runick spell here, Huggins, and yeah, gonna cut him off access from Fountain here. I mean, you could still grab Fountain, unless Huggins says you have to discard one card to the graveyard specifically, but otherwise, cutting him off access from what is probably one of the best field spells in the game. But he does have a cool recovery option here in of Mannequin Cat. And this is a line that I saw, I think, maybe for the first time at Locals the other day. And I'm like, man, this is a pretty cool line to be able to continue extending through something like D-Shifter, because they're putting a Dark Monster in their graveyard for you already. You special summon it to their board, and it's going to turn off some of their Kashtira stuff, because now they don't have an open field. They have this Dimension Shifter stuck on their field, and if they want to get rid of it, they got to go into the battle phase, right, and crash it, and then creates a whole bunch of inconveniences. So, pretty cool line to be able to get through D-Shifter, and it does bridge them into their Evil Twin stuff. So, we see them go for Sprind, and they do use another Runick spell. I think that might have been Destruction there to get into a second Huggins. They're going to go ahead and use that Runick tip now to grab Flashing Fire. And I believe they have Double Cross set as well. Looks like they're going to add Golden Droplet instead of the... Or no, those cards... I thought it was Double Cross set for a second, but something else. Oh, but they will end on that. Mannequin Cat, Carrot, Sprind, and 2 set, one of which we know to be, I believe, Golden Droplet. We also have a Harpy's Feather Duster here for our Kashtira player. That's going to be pretty good. It's going to force out that Spright Carrot immediately. Getting rid of Lila, going into the battle phase, activating Runick Golden Droplet onto the Dimension Shifter, making it so it can't be destroyed by battle, I believe. So that would have prevented him from clearing his field, but he does have the Forbidden Lance. And that is going to drop Dimension Shifter's attack by 800, allowing him to crash it. It'll take a little bit more damage here, but still allowing to crash it. And then main phase 2, battle phase is exhausted. But so what, we are now playable, activating Terraform to go ahead and grab Pressured Planet Wraithsoth. And that is going to go ahead and grab a copy of the Unicorn from the deck. Special Summon Unicorn, and there is... Okay, I thought I saw Double Cross. I could have swore I saw Double Cross. So they will use the Double Cross, take it, and summon it to the zone that Sprind points to. But they still have an extender. They still have Fenrir on board. And I mean, to be fair, like, Unicorn's definitely, I think... like, Unicorn's probably definitely the better between Fenrir and Unicorn, just because it can grab Birth and grab Theosis, right? Such a strong card. And, yeah, so I'd rather have them lose access to Unicorn, even if it means they still have Fenrir in play. And they do have the Rise Heart on field, which it looks like they've just normal summoned Rise Heart. They're not using the special summon effect. And this is going to proc Mannequin Cat. They get to bring out a fire monster from the deck so they can bring out Spright Red. Mannequin Cat putting in a lot of work right now. And on a new chain, they will be able to proc Fenrir. And that will force out the red negate immediately. And now they're going to use the Rise Heart effect. Banishing Theosis. And that'll proc Theosis to go ahead and search. Well, not search, but add back a banished Kashtira card. They're going to add back Birth. And this is now going to proc the opponent's Unicorn that they took with the Double Cross to get rid of a card from their extra deck. So they're going to go ahead and get rid of one copy of a Rise Heart. I cannot speak today, man. Today is a tough day for commentaries, I gotta say. Don't know what it is. Some days it's just easier. Some days it feels next to impossible. So he does have 2 level 7s on board currently because of the level manipulation effect from Rise Heart. So they will go ahead and go for a rank 7. They're going to go into the Shangra Era. Sprind will activate now, putting that back to the extra deck by detaching that last material off of the Mannequin Cat. They're going to slap down Birth. Birth will bring back Fenrir, and they will be forced to pass turn. So a pretty solid board being put up by our Spright player here, despite getting hit with D-Shifter, and pretty much fending off a lot of the plays from the Kashtira deck right here. Very, very nice to see that, not getting completely blown out by D-Shifter. I mean, we already know that the Spright engine itself can play through D-Shifter, as pure Spright decks in the past were siding D-Shifter, some were even Manium. But D-Shifter really only hindering that Runick part of the deck. So to start things off here for our Spright player, they're going to go ahead and Ixies right into Gigantic, and they've got another D-Shifter being activated here, so they'll detach red. And they're going to go ahead and bring out blue, and they're losing more and more cards here to this D-Shifter. So blue is going to resolve. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and grab a copy of Jet. And on a new chain, they're going to go ahead and activate Fenrir. Attempting to banish the Gigantic, but they do have Freezing Curse to negate the Fenrir. The cost of banishing another couple cards off of the top. One of them being Pressure Plant. I believe another was Kumungus. Jet will hit the field, and Jet's going to go ahead and search a copy of Spright Smashers. And we're going to overlay into a Nibimaru, and Nibimaru will clear the Fenrir off the board, and then they're going to activate Smashers. This is going to clear their Birth, as that is a great deal of follow-up, and really helps them to grind, so they're going to get rid of that. They don't have a battle phase here, though, because of the Runick spells, so they are going to be forced to just pass turn there. And our Kashtira player is going to draw and just go right to end phase. They'll get their Fenrir back that was banished by the Onibimaru, and just hoping it's going to be enough. Our Spright player is going to lead now with Gigantic. Starting off the turn, locking everybody into level 2s and rank 2s, etc. And they're going to bring out a level 2 monster from the deck. It's going to be another copy of blue. Blue effect, adding another copy of Jet. Now at this point, with so many cards banished, the Spright engine is definitely running out of gas, I feel like, here. And Fenrir on a new chain is going to get rid of blue. And that Unicorn again, our Kashtira player's Unicorn controlled by the Spright player, are going to get rid of that second Arise Heart from their extra deck on resolution of the Fenrir. And then we're going to see him special summon out Jet. And one thing we have to take into account here is that Pressured Planet is boosting up Fenrir by a decent amount of attack, gaining 100 attack for each different attribute on the board. So probably not even able to run over it right now. And we're just going to see him pass turn. Draws for turn there. Might have been a hand trap, looked like Ash possibly. And activates Fenrir to go ahead and search a copy of Rise Heart. And we'll see if he ends up using that Unicorn effect here. It could be pretty impactful, but I imagine there's still enough cards in the Kashtira extra deck right now that losing one probably won't matter, although losing Big Eye might be pretty good. We're going to see him bring out that the regular Rise Heart. And yeah, it looks like he will go after the Big Eye. I feel like Big Eye probably makes the most sense. But there are still plenty of really good cards left in the extra deck. And on a new chain, the Fenrir is going to be able to activate, getting rid of that Unicorn finally. So we can stop bleeding cards out of the extra deck. Going to banish the Theosis, make the opponent banish another top 3, more engine pieces gone. Theosis is going to add back Birth. Big Bertha. Normal summon at level 7 without tributing is going to go for a second copy of Fenrir. And looks like they've got Diablosis in the extra deck. Looking at possibly going into that. And there are a lot of banished face down cards already for our Runick Spright players, so using this Diablosis here not only is going to make their extra deck just that much weaker, but it's going to make the cards that they have in deck way, way less as they get rid of, another like 6 or 7 cards off the top. Really just nothing left of the deck right now. So they're just going to go battle phase. And Diablosis is going to attack over Gigantic. And they'll get to use the secret effect of Diablosis, I believe. I think it can banish something face down after it destroys it by battle. I know it has some battle phase effect that I'm missing. Fenrir is going to banish one of the other monsters face down. Getting in for more damage. Yeah, and there's that Diablosis effect. They're getting rid of the Gigantic Spright. And then summoning a Shangri-Ira. And passing turn there. And in the standby phase, Shangri-Ira is going to go ahead and bring out Unicorn. And we're going to see Kurikara Divincarnate summon itself by tributing off the Shangri-Ira. Is a 3K body, I believe it comes out as. So we're going to see him activate Runick Destruction, getting rid of the field spell, banishing another 4 off the top, enemy controller, Kaiju. And I think that might have been another planet. Both players' decks completely getting shredded right now. One by Runick spells and the other by Diablosis, and just losing so many cards to Fenrir's and so many other things. And Kurikara will also steal the Fenrir out of the opponent's grave. Pass turn there just on Kurikara Fenrir. We're going to see our Kashtira player lead by special summoning, or well, normal summoning, or no, using Birth rather to bring back the Unicorn, normal summoning Ash. And there was a cut in the video there because our Kashtira player went to Synchro for Baron, but they could not find their Baron, and it was actually in between the tokens in their extra deck. They literally just didn't see it. So they had thought at this point they lost their Baron, but they didn't, luckily. So they end up just not Synchro summoning, and they stick to their play. So good on them for that. So they're just going to go battle phase, attack over the Fenrir. Main phase 2, get a search off of the Unicorn once the Fenrir's cleared the board, and then they're just going to go ahead and use Diablosis yet again. Rip an Unchained A-Bomb out of the extra deck and make the opponent banish some more cards. Well, not banishing more cards. And then, yeah, they're just going to go ahead and imperm the Kurikara. And they're just going to pass turn there as they cannot attack since they did use a Runick spell the previous turn. Kaiju over top of the Kurikara. Birth the Ringback Fenrir. And finally, Kashtira taking the match here after an absolute slugfest of a game too. So that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And as always, a big shout out goes to our current Divine level channel members who are Misfit, HH Cyber, Cadillacs, and Pony Star. Thank you guys so much as always for extremely kind and very generous support of the channel.